God bless you, Pattern Realm. Jimmy here, your success, confidence, and thrive coach. You know what? We are going to be answering this one question. And throwing our differences aside, we're crossing temporal and spiritual. And some of you are like, nah, Jimmy, come on, we're doing this again. You better believe we're doing this again. We're answering the question, whether you like it or not. And that question is, how can we be fishers of men? How can we be fishers of men? All right, now, I'm going to give you the nuts and bolts of this story that's in the Bible, if you will. Luke chapter 5. Okay? Jesus is walking by the lake Gennesaret, and he sees two empty ships. And the men who are brothers and partners, two different families, they were out mending their nets. So one of them happened to be Simon, his brother Andrew, and the Lord asked him to get in his boat. So he has to launch out a little further for him to teach the multitudes all out in the water. And when he's done speaking, he says, "Hey, launch out into the deep, and you're going to have a catch." And okay, so meanwhile, Simon's like, "Master, we've toiled all night long, and we've caught nothing. Nevertheless, at thy word, I'll lay down the nets." Okay, and this can be applied to business. You know, we sit there and we can complain. Well, now wait a minute, Jimmy. I've been making all these phone calls, finding a new contact, bringing people to the Zooms and presentations, and nothing's happening. How about exercising a little bit more faith? Because you see, that's what Simon Peter and Andrew and James and John did. They launched out into the deep, obeying Jesus. And what happened is they brought forth an abundance of fish to where the boat started to sink. And then Simon Peter gets to Jesus' knees and says, "Depart from me, Lord, for I am a sinful man." And Jesus said, "Be not afraid. From henceforth thou shalt catch men." And they forsook their boats and nets, and they followed Jesus. Now, these were the earliest disciples of Christ, who are called one thing, missionary work. Missionary work. See, and so are we called to that same mission. Spiritually, of course, leading people to God and His kingdom and the covenant path. And temporally, I like to call what we do in networking as fishers of men, because we're bringing men into our organizations, changing lives, leaving impact on people's lives, and thanking the Lord, praising the Lord while we're doing this. But if you sit there after the Lord's called you to go fishing some more, "Oh, but we did this all the day and nothing's happening," and you just leave it at that, what good does that do? I'll tell you right now, does absolutely nothing. Does absolutely nothing. So, listen to me. This is where, listen, this is where we become fishers of men, growing and learning. Okay? The importance of that. And of course, that's where a few episodes back in my audio podcast, I featured Ray Higdon talking about dealing with negative thinking, and unaware and aware and somewhat aware and even aware people. We need to be aware of what the Lord's called us to do and how. And you may say, well, Jimmy, how long have you been using that chapter in the Bible to illustrate a point in business and in faith? I've been using it off and on for 28 years. Ever since I entered my first networking business with my ex-wife. So what makes the principle any different? The Bible has principles of business for almost anyone. And that's what this series is about on YouTube and on the audio. It's designing belief enterprise. So get ready, guys. We're in for some spiritual awakening. And there was one title I had I was going to talk about in business, but based on some things that's been going on, I think we need to talk about where business is faith and family oriented as well. So get ready for that. I hope you enjoy watching. If you like what you hear, please subscribe and become a part of Pattern Realm. Until next time, don't just sit there and take it. Go out there fishing, building your dreams so you can take it. And do what others don't so you can be what others won't. And do what others won't so you can have what others can't. Choose, act, and pursue happiness. God bless you. And remember this, from the bottom of my heart, Jimmy loves you. I really, 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 really love you. God bless you, and please, have a blessed day.